Hey guys, John here. Welcome back to the series, How to Use Pigments. This is video 35, and today we are talking about the brand new Shimmer Reverb module that is now in Pigments 4. So for this demonstration, I'm using an analog engine, and I'm using a sine wave with that engine. And if you ever really want to ponder the meaning of life, you always put a sine wave through a lot of reverb, and maybe some answers might come back to you. So with that being said, in the FX tab over here on the drop-down menu, things have changed now. So the Shimmer is now located on the first row and is the fifth one over in the reverb category. So what is Shimmer in a nutshell? So it's a pitch shifting reverb. It's the easiest way to explain it, but we're going to be going through what this sounds like here. So right now we have a sine wave, so we just have this here. Let's turn this up here a little bit. So we have a regular sine wave, and this is how it will come with a default preset out of the box. So we can hear that the reverb tail is pitch shifting upwards. Now let's increase our dry wet to get a little bit more of that reverb sound in here so we can kind of listen to it a little bit better. Alright, so one of the first knobs here is going to be pitch shift. So this is kind of the meat and potatoes of this whole module here. And by default, it's going to be plus 12 semitones, so one octave up. However, we can go down, which is kind of creepy and kind of eerie sound. So let's go all the way down to 24, which is the range minus 24 and then plus 24. So minus 24, let's take a listen to that. You can hear kind of just low end right after the reverb tail kind of hits. Minus 12 might be a little bit more noticeable. Moving on from there, we have the feedback. So this is going to control how much of the signal is fed into the pitch shifter. So if we want to put more of our signal into the pitch shifter to be pitch shifted, this is the knob we're going to reach for. So let's crank this up a little bit more and see how that sounds like. And then we have our size. So this is basically simulating how big of a room that we want to have. So we can go a lot larger here, 84.4%. Or we go down over here to 69, my personal favorite. Just has that vibe to it. Then we have modulation here. So this one is going to be a little bit more interesting to listen to with a saw wave, not to mention our filters here. So we're going to go over here to the synth and go over to a saw wave. And we're going to turn this down because that might be a little bit loud. Okay, so this modulation, we hover our mouse over it and it says defines how much of the modulation is applied to the reverberated signal. So with that being said, let's turn it all the way to the left, so off, and let's listen and also take a look at the spectrum analyzer over on our right hand side. Now on. And off again. And we can even see how these lines are much more defined when the modulation is off. And once we turn it all the way to the right, all the way at +4, it sounds and it looks much more cloudy and kind of a cool effect right there. Next up, we have the high pass frequency and the low pass frequency. So this first one, high pass, this is going to be cutting the low end out of your signal before it gets into your reverb module. So if we had it all the way down here, we'll play some low notes. It's going to get kind of muddy here. So let's drop this down an octave over here from our analog engine. And let's take a listen to this. So after a while, that low end can kind of build up and be kind of muddy and just kind of clutter things up, which is handy that this is here because we can drag this up all the way to a max of 10K, which is quite a lot. I don't think I'd ever go that high, but it's kind of nice to have the possibility to do so. And we can even see in our graph how different the reverb looks with these filters here. And the opposite is also true for the low pass frequency. So anything above this knob here is going to be cut out. So if we look at these values here, so what, maybe 2K, so everything above 2K is not going to be making it into the signal. The low pass is going to be passing the lows through the module. As we can hear, it kind of gets a little bit darker. And that's kind of a thing with the reverb. If you kind of want it to sound a little bit more realistic, you do want to cut off some of the top end there. Because anything really in the real world, when it comes back to you after it bounces off a lot of things, you're going to lose some top end. So that's kind of an easier way to simulate that in accordance with dampening and stuff like that. because the more you don't filter it out, it's going to kind of almost give a little bit of a metallic-y kind of feel to it. Not necessarily saying that's a bad thing, but just something to be aware of in the future. Next up, we have something called ducking. Now, this is really cool because it allows your signal to sidechain the reverb. And what does that mean? So if this is all the way down, let's have kind of a healthy amount of reverb here. Let's increase our size here, and let's double-click on modulation to put it back to default. So let's play a lot of notes and see what that sounds like. It can become a cluttered mess pretty quick. With this ducking, it's kind of cool because it kind of ducks the reverb while we play. So if you turn this up all the way, take a listen to how different that sounds. And now when we let go, you can kind of hear that jump of reverb coming in, but once you play notes, it ducks the reverb. So it kind of gives the notes that we're playing in a certain amount of time, it kind of gives them their own little spots to kind of shine through the reverb by ducking, pulling down the volume of the reverb to make it a little bit more noticeable, especially if we have patches or some type of sound that we're working on and we do want to have a lot of reverb, but at the same time, we don't want new notes to be introduced that get clouded or stepped over the reverb tail. So that's kind of a really cool knob to have there. So if you ever find yourself in that situation where there's too much reverb and you're kind of getting lost with your notes, maybe reach for this ducking. You don't necessarily have to go all the way to 1, but maybe just kind of have a little bit of a healthy amount just to kind of dial in and where it seems right to you. All right, let's go back to the default here. So now we have the stereo width, which is pretty self-explanatory. To the left, let's take a listen. Sounds very straight in the center. And if we increase our stereo width, let's take a listen to see how that sounds. It just spread it, you know what I'm saying? All right, so moving on from the stereo width, we have this last little button over here that says normal. So once we put our mouse over here, this will say harmonizes the feedback when the pitch shift value is different than minus or plus 12 semitones. So let's take a listen here. So on our default preset here, we have this set as normal. Now let's change this value here. Let's go maybe to like 14 plus semitones. Get a little more wet, you know what I'm saying? Some more feedback. Okay, that should be a good starting point. So now we have normal. Let's take a listen to remember what this sounds like, especially the tail. Now let's go to octave up. It's almost like you're getting ascended into heaven. And if you want to go down to hell, highway to hell, octave down right here. But it's nice, it has that just rich flavor to it. It almost sounds like, especially with the saw wave on octave down, to me it sounds like there's almost some type of string or some kind of cello definitely in the background there. So let's get a little more feedback here and a little bit more wet. Increase some of that ducking here in this situation. Definitely very cool. So what's also awesome with this this plugin is, or not this plugin, but this module is like all the other ones, we have some default presets in here. So let's take a look at Doppler. This one was kind of interesting. And it sounds almost just fat with one saw wave. So if we go to our synth category, we have no voices going on. We have one saw wave, and that's not even getting filtered at the moment. The cutoff's all the way at the top, but we're just using a little bit of that preset here called Doppler. And that almost sounds super analog-y to me. So if we have the synth on and we even go to another oscillator, so have two, and taking advantage of this drift right here, let's take a listen with that. Man, that's nasty. So let's remove our oscillator 2 and let's check out some of the other ones because they're really cool presets. There's not too many, but I think all of them are really good. So it's kind of okay that there's not like 1,000 different presets here. So we have extra body. That one's okay. Fifth's party. Wow, that was a cool tail right there. Good lord, like, can the synth get any cooler than it already is? Goodness gracious. Okay, we have Frozen. I can kind of get the concept of Frozen. Sounds kind of cold, I guess. Okay, that's fine. And we can always go with the scroll arrows too, but I like clicking this here to kind of look at the names as well. So we have huge, which I guess it's going to be huge as we can see the size is pretty large. Okay, that's impressive. I can't really compete with that. You know, not all of us are gifted, you know what I'm saying? Lo-fi. That's kind of cool. And then no pitch shift on a pitch shifter. How rebellious. Okay, that's all right. And then tuneless. Maybe that's kind of similar. Okay, not similar at all. It's kind of terrifying, but I like it. So with that being said, let's get up another oscillator here. We're going to have some drift here. Let's get a third one in there as well. Let's put this one up 1 octave. Let's see how nasty that's going to sound right here. And voices all over at 8. Little new filter going on. It's going to take this dry wet down a little bit. Turn on our volume. Good God, this synth sounds so good. So basically, that is the Shimmer Reverb in a nutshell. It's very, very cool. And if you didn't know, Pigments 4 is out. The update is free. So go install it and kind of get caught up here because this is a lot of cool stuff is happening here. So thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video.